Welcome to the video where we talk about molar mass. So molar mass, we defined in class, molar mass is basically how many grams 1 mole of a substance weighs. So that's our first definition that we have written here. Another way to word that is the mass in grams of 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles. So again, this number right here, that's 1 mole. So if I had 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd particles, the molar mass is how much it would weigh in grams. Easy enough. From the POGIL activity that we did, you guys should have realized or known that molar mass can be obtained from the periodic table. And I have a picture of one over here. And all of these mass numbers at the bottom up to this point, we've just said that, it's the mass. What's the mass of sulfur? It's 32.00 or 0.066. But we were talking about mass units, atomic mass units, and we're not going to talk about that anymore because we can't measure atomic mass units in real life. We can measure grams. So that's why molar mass is measured in grams. And if we said, let's say a question was, what is the molar mass of chlorine? Well, I would just look at the periodic table. I see that chlorine is Cl, and its mass from the periodic table is 35.453. Now, if you are my student, then Mrs. Cook says that the rule is we have to round to the nearest hundredth place, so 2 decimals in every answer. So I'm going to round here. 3 doesn't change the 5, so I'm going to have 35.45 grams per mole. So when we are answering questions about molar mass, we're going to have our answer. It's always going to have 2 decimal places because we're getting our numbers from the periodic table, and our units are going to be grams per mole. And the reason for the grams per mole comes back to our definition. How many grams in 1 mole of a substance? So that's like saying number of grams for every 1 mole. And, that's writing the same thing. A number of grams per mole, number of grams for every 1 mole. We can do that for any element. So what's the molar mass of helium? 4.003. What's the mass of fluorine? 19.00. And, we can continue on with that. But we could also get the molar mass of a compound. So let's say our question was, what is the molar mass of sodium chloride? So sodium chloride is made up of 2 atoms, a sodium and a chlorine. So I have NaCl. In order to get the molar mass of the compound of everything, I need to add up the individual masses. It's basically like if you have 2 people and they get together and you want to know their total mass, well, you add one person's mass and the other person's mass. Easy enough, right? So sodium, Na, is all the way over here. It's 22.99. Let's see if I can find it. There it is, 22.99. And then the mass of chlorine is 35.45, which is right there. So you can use your periodic table. You can Google periodic table or, whatever you want to do. But Na is 22.99 and chlorine is 35.45, and I'm going to plug that into a calculator because doing math in our head risks making a mistake. And our answer is 58.44 grams per mole. Just like that. Easy enough, yeah? Hopefully, maybe. Let's do one more where we have a couple subscripts. So let's say let's do a tricky one. What's the molar mass of lead to just do nitrate. Won't make it too tricky. So lead to nitrate, if you recall your nomenclature rules, the formula, and if you can't do this on your own, then you're going to have trouble. But lead to nitrate is PbNO3 2. I did symbols, charges, crisscross. If you need help getting that, well, then you need to go back to the last unit and watch that video. So here, I need to add up the mass of lead plus the mass of these guys. And we got to kind of, break this down a little bit. So let me get another color. Let's do purple. So I want to know how many nitrogens I have. In NO3, I only have 1. However, this 2 gets distributed in, right? So I can either add up the mass of NO3 and multiply it by 2, or I can add up the mass of 2 nitrogens plus 6 oxygens. And that's how I go about it. But whatever, works best in your mind, however you want to do it is fine, as long as we all get the right answer. So try to do this on your own, pause the video, and then replay it to see if you get it correct. All right, so hopefully you paused it. Lead, I know if I look at the periodic table, is 207.2. And then I have 2 nitrogens, so that's going to be 14.01 times 2. And then we have oxygen, which is 16.00 times how many? 6. Good. So let's all, add that together. So 207.2 plus 14.01 times 2 plus 16 times 6. And hopefully your answer for this was 331.22 grams per mole. And hopefully that's the right answer. So, check your work, check my work, and hopefully we are all on the same page in terms of how to calculate the molar mass. Thank you.